Now you might guess from my bulbous exterior, this fat shell that I happen to inhabit, I'm a fan of cookies. And even more so, I'm a fan of Oreos. And even more so, I'm a fan of Oreos with some milk. You could say I'm a cookie connoisseur of sorts. So, whenever I heard that there was going to be 3 new Oreo flavors, I felt like I needed to jump on board. Now, we've got some wacky ones here, and I'm going to go ahead and try them right here on camera in front of you. See if you want to try them yourself. We're going to go in order here of least interesting to most interesting, based on my own opinion here, and we will rate them in quality at the end. I'm just going to give my little 2 cents worth. So, starting off, the least abnormal, we'll say, of the bunch is we've got banana pudding. I'm a big fan of regular banana pudding, so I hope Oreo will do the dessert justice. Open it up here. So we're going to try it dry, and then we're going to try it with some milk, because honestly, Oreos with milk is always better. I wish it was more stuffed, similar to like a double stuffed cookie, but, you beggars can't be choosers. So here we go. They're starting off strong. Holy shit, that is good. That is good. You definitely can taste the banana flavor in there. And then, I don't know if they were trying to mimic vanilla wafers as like the kind of cookie flavor what they were going for, but that is solid. That is a solid cookie, even dry. That's honestly more impressive than what I thought it was going to be. That's pretty good. I'm going to try it. I got my handy dandy cup of milk here. Give it a good old dunk. This is proper Oreo dunking technique, by the way. If you're not dipping it in there, leaving it in for at least 5 seconds, and then letting a few droplets of milk come out, you're doing it wrong. All right, now let's try the wet one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's even better with the milk. I'm not surprised by that. Okay. Oreo banana pudding. That one's a hitter. That one is a hitter. I really like that one. It's a shame it's a limited time flavor, because I would like get that regularly. That's really good. That is really, really good. Tastes like some of the better banana puddings that I've had, if that's even possible. All right, we're going to jump into the second one here. And next up, we've got the Oreo deep fried. So I guess they're trying to go for like the deep fried Oreos you can get at the fall festival. Or if you're not, anywhere near the Midwest, just deep fried Oreos. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's get a look at the cookie. You can see a chocolate layer and then I guess another cream layer in the middle. This one appears to have a little bit more stuffing in it than the banana pudding. I don't know if that's just a quirk from the factory or what, but we're going to go see what's up. So first, try it dry. Okay. Okay. You don't get the deep fried flavor, really, I feel like, until the aftertaste starts to hit you. You gotta chew that for a little bit before you start to get the deep fried flavor in there. That's pretty good. If you were to hand this to me blind, I wouldn't be able to tell you necessarily that it was a deep fried Oreo. Like, that's the flavor that they were trying to go for. Kind of tastes like they were going towards the direction of a S'moreo, which, fun fact, S'moreos are my favorite type of Oreo, and I will die on that hill. It tastes like they were trying to kind of go for that, but they just made the cookie, I don't know, a little bit more bitter. Like, it actually gives you that kind of greasy kind of flavor to it that you might expect from the dough. Still good though. Definitely still good. So far, not as good as the banana pudding, but we'll see. We have yet to try it with the milk. Let's dunk it in there. Swirl it around a little bit. Let it really marinate in that milk. Drops, and away we go. As always, definitely better with the milk. That's pretty good though. Honestly, I was expecting this one to be my second favorite out of the three bunches. But for right now, I'm going to put that one actually slightly below banana pudding. Banana pudding was fire. That was really fire. Deep fried, still good. If I had to put a letter grade to it, I'd say deep fried. Either a high B or a low A, just given how many Oreo flavors there are and how many of them are just really, really good. It's kind of a fierce competition. I'm going to put it at a high B for now. Banana pudding, though, that gets the low A. That one is really good. All right. And last, but hopefully not least, we've got Oreo chicken and waffles. Now, this is the one that I heard about first, seeing it on the internet. And from the instant that I saw that this was going to be a thing, I knew I had to try it. All right, so here we go. We're going to get a look at the cookie. Again, not as much stuffing, I feel like, as the deep fried. The deep fried gets kudos for having the most stuffing so far of what I've seen. But, at the end of the day, it all comes down to flavor. Oh, and this one, they've even textured the other side of the cookie kind of like a waffle. That's a nice touch. All right, well, here we go. We're going to try it dry and see how it goes. What? What the fuck? How? What the fuck? That actually tastes like a waffle. I don't really taste chicken coming out of it. Like, if I was going to blind taste this one, I could probably guess that they were going for chicken and waffles just because that tastes like waffles. 100%. That is a waffle. I don't taste chicken, and that might be a good thing. I was weirded out whenever I was thinking about putting chicken in a cookie. That's kind of crazy. But they nailed the waffle flavor. Man, they need to collab with Eggo or something. That is surprisingly good. All right, but really, the dry taste, that don't mean shit. No, we got to get it with the milk, and we got to see what it's really hitting for. Yeah, let it really just absorb all the wetness and sweetness of the milk. You know, that one really makes you think. So I get a little bit more of the cream flavor through whenever you have it in the milk. It tastes almost less waffly after it's been in the milk. So I don't know if that like brings out the chicken flavor of the cream more, it being dipped in the milk, but that is interesting. It's not bad. I don't think any of these flavors are bad necessarily, which there's really only been a handful of Oreo flavors that haven't been good. I mean, they can't all be hitters, but for the most part, I'd say Oreo's pretty solid. That's weird though. Okay, hold on. We got to go round 2 on some of these. We got to go round 2 so I can really get into which one's the best one. We're going to go back to banana pudding real quick. I'm going to dip it in the milk here. Round 2 up. That's just so good. That's really, really incredible. I could be a little bit biased because I love banana pudding. But that slaps. Holy shit. It tastes just like banana pudding. I can taste the banana, I can taste the pudding, and I can even taste the vanilla wafer kind of topping that goes to it all through the cookie. I don't know how they did it, but they knocked that one out of the park. Banana pudding Oreos, that's a hitter. That is A. I'm going to A+ on that one. It might even be close to S tier. So far, the only S tiers I've encountered has been like the cinnamon bun one, S'moreos, of course. All right, we're going to try deep fried round 2. Deep fried round 2. Here we go. I'm just going to dip the cookie. God, so much more filling on that one. Look at that. That is noticeably more filling than the other ones. I wonder if it would be as good if it didn't have as much cream. I appreciate that for the deep fried one, they're putting multiple flavor profiles in there. So it's not just, the fried dough and the cream. They actually did the chocolate and the cream and the deep fried dough. So that's 3 flavors all working together, which might be contributing to the amount of stuffing. But that is still It's still good. It reminds me of going to the festival and eating deep fried Oreos. So like, again, I feel like they hit the mark as far as what it's supposed to taste like. Because especially over on round 2, comparing it to the other ones, that does taste deep fried. I can kind of see what they were going for there. I wish the actual like cream would come through a little bit more, because I feel like I mostly just taste chocolate and then the deep friedness of the dough cookie. And now I gotta come back for round 2 of chicken and waffles. This one still confuses me. Get in there. Get moist with the milk. All right. Round 2 chicken and waffles. Hit me with your best shot. This may be the first time with an Oreo cookie that I feel like you taste the intended flavor a little bit more when it's dry. That has never been the case for me before. I almost always prefer Oreos while being dunked in milk. That might be the only time that's been an exception. That is kind of fucking my head up a little bit. That's wild. Okay, I gotta do another round 2 dry now. I gotta do it. I wasn't going to, but this is really just kind of confusing me. All right, we're going to do round 2 dry now. Take a little sip of the milk here, cleanse my palate a little bit. Oh, yes. Yes, that's lovely. And I promise this isn't just an excuse to eat more cookies. It's not. Yes! Holy cannoli. Whether it's dry or in the milk, banana pudding just goes hard. If you like banana pudding, or better yet, even if you like bananas, you're going to like this cookie, okay? Unless you have some sort of hate relationship with Oreos, you know, they killed your dog, they're responsible for your grandparents' death, something along those lines, you're gonna like this cookie. You would have to be hatefully vindictive and have animosity in your heart towards Oreo to not like that cookie. Or you'd have to have animosity in your heart towards banana pudding. That is easily the winner of the day. I'll go ahead and call it. Banana pudding, S tier. Banana pudding is great. I love it. I want more of these cookies for sure. Round 3 for the deep fried. We're going to try this one dry again. Now, on the flip side here, the deep fried one definitely does benefit a little bit more from having the milk on it. Still taste less of the cream, but I more taste the chocolate and then the deep fried dough part of the cookie. But the milk just helps those flavors kind of blend together. And I feel like together they're better than, you know, the flavors are individually. When you eat it dry, you kind of just get waves of dough and then waves of chocolate and then a little bit back to the dough. When you have it wet with the milk, it mixes better, if that makes sense. All right. And finally, I gotta call it after this cookie. I'm starting to not feel great after eating this many cookies in one sitting. This many different cookies too, especially. I don't think it's bad by any means. None of these flavors are bad. But I feel like chicken and waffles is going to be the most divisive because you don't really taste chicken. Like, that's not the flavor that I really get from this. I don't get chicken from that flavor. I get waffle, and I get, you know, the creaminess of it, but to me it would be more like just maple syrup kind of flavor. So I taste the maple syrup, and I taste the waffle, but I don't get so much of the chicken. And like I said, that might be a good thing. I don't know if chicken belongs in Oreos, but I just had to know what it tastes like. So with that being said, from least good to most good. Least good, surprisingly enough, I'm going to say is the chicken and waffles. It tastes similar to a waffle. I feel like they nailed the waffle flavor, but it doesn't remind me of chicken and waffles necessarily. It kind of just tastes like maple syrupy waffle. I like maple syrup and waffles, but it's not what I was expecting whenever I got into the cookie. Next up, Second place today is going to be the deep fried Oreos. Like I said, I wish there was a little bit more of the regular cream flavor with these, but the chocolate and the fried dough really does come through really nicely, especially with a glass of milk. So I would have to put chicken and waffles probably at a high B, a B plus. Deep fried Oreos, I'm going to go ahead and bump up to the, low A, the A minus territory. But easily the star of the show today is the banana pudding. These are really good. They probably, amongst all of the Oreos I've ever had, these probably reach the top 5. They're just excellent. It's exactly what it's supposed to taste like with banana pudding. It's sweet. I wish it had a little bit more cream like the deep fried ones do, but the flavor in it is just so good that I want more of these. The other two, I can go without having them again, for a good long while, possibly forever. If I never had another chicken and waffle Oreo, I think I would be okay. I'm going to be sad if I can't have any more banana pudding Oreos after this limited time run. So there you have it. We've tried all 3 now, and now you know where they stand, at least with me. Get out there and try them for yourself. Let me know in the comments if you've had a chance to try them and what your experience was, whether you like them or not. But that's going to do it for here today. If you enjoyed this video and you would want to see anything else like this, please give me a like and a comment. Subscribe if you feel inclined. I would really appreciate it. And let me know what other kind of videos you would like to see from me. But that's going to do it for me today. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember to always be doing it up out there. Have a good one.